What's up, everybody? You are tuned in to the Cris
And Mal.
podcast, episode 34. This is the New Time live stream that we do every Monday. Hope everybody's having a good Monday afternoon. Whether you're at work or you're off, you're working out, whatever you're doing today. Hope you're having a good day. What's going on, Ma? How you feeling?
I'm good, man. I'm good, man. Excited to have our guests, you know what I mean? But overall, man, I'm good, bro.
Yeah, man. We'll introduce him in a second. But before we do all that, let's do the intro. What's up, everybody? Cris And Mal podcast, episode 34, Noontime live stream. Hope everybody's having a good day. We got a special guest today, my boy, One Night Stand. What's cracking, man?
What's good, man? Glad to be here.
Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, glad to have you on the show, man. It's your birthday today, so I figured, you know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and let him on the show.
Appreciate it.
Talk
Appreciate
about
it.
some topics, man. You know what I'm saying?
What better way to spend it?
All right, fellas, let's get to it. You know what's the talk right now.
Yeah.
College football top four rankings for the playoffs. Now, we all know that Florida State got left out. They won a close game against Louisville. They're down to their second string quarterback right now. Their defense is still elite. They showed up. They did what they supposed to do, and they won. And they went, 13-0, 12-0, 13-0? But they didn't end up getting into the playoffs. Alabama ended up beating Georgia in the SEC championship. Michigan handled business in the Big Ten championship. And Texas had business in the Big 12 championship. So the four that got in was Michigan. Oh, and Washington beat Oregon for the Pac-12 championship. So we got Michigan, Washington, Texas, and Alabama. Fellas, I'm gonna start with you, Maul. Do you have a problem with the top four?
Nah. I don't have a problem at all with the top four. I think they got it right. I think finally the committee, showed them big boy balls, man, and picked the right four teams. You know what I mean? Like, I feel bad for like the FSU. Look, if I was an FSU fan, you know what I mean? If I was an FSU player or part of that football team, yeah, I'll be pissed off. You know what I mean? They have every right to be pissed off. You know what I mean? They went 13-0. They did what they had to do. They're ACC champs and all that, so I get it. But overall, we all know who the four best teams are. You know what I mean? And in some sense, like Georgia technically should still be in there. You know what I mean? Real talk. Because Georgia is definitely one of the four best teams. But Alabama did go in. They beat Georgia. Obviously, you're not. Texas did a really good job against Oklahoma State. They look very dominant. So if you're going to put Bama in, you can't have Bama in without Texas. It's just not going to happen. Texas won head-to-head. They won by 10. I think the score was 34-24 in Bama. I get it's early in the year, but that does mean something. You know what I mean? I think Florida State, I understand a lot of people's points, especially if you watched a lot of the earlier debate shows where a lot of people were saying, like, look, man, Florida State is the team that was undefeated with Jordan Travis. They're not the same now. Like Jordan's not there no more. Their offense looks completely different. I get people are going to continuously bring up the Cardell Jones thing with Ohio State, but Ohio State proved that without JT Barrett, I think JT Barrett was the quarterback at the time. They looked just as good, even more dominant with Cardell Jones. You know what I mean? The last 2 weeks, Florida State has shown that they do not look the same. Yes, their defense is top tier. yes, their defense is playing very, very good. At the same time, they are playing a Louisville team that's not really good to me. You know what I mean? The ACC is not as dominant as the SEC or the Pac-12 to me. So I'm not mad at it. I get the outrage if you're a Florida State fan, but overall, man, I think we have the best matchups that we could possibly get. I think Michigan versus Alabama is gonna be a show. You know what I mean? You got Harbaugh versus Saban. You know what I mean? You got two deep teams that I think should be a really good one. And then I think Washington, Texas is going to be a barn burner. I think I could see that one going up to 40, 50 points on each side, going to like a double, triple OT, man. So I think we're going to get some really exciting games. We're not going to get no dull games. I think that TCU game from the championship also has some part to play in this because we did see them lose 63-7 or whatever the hell that score was. Nobody trying to watch that, man. At the end of the day, this is a business, and they're meant to pick the 4 best teams, and I think they did it.
What's your stance on the stand?
I agree with Maul. I mean, they got it right. The only hard thing I had was Georgia falling so far.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think if Alabama was number 1 and if they lost to Georgia, I don't see them pushing Alabama out of the top 4. Yeah. And it could be because of, just the past or, coming off of their long history and everything. But same time, like you said, Alabama, the game, the score didn't really tell the game. Alabama really did control that game from beginning to end. So I think that's another thing that won them over. The way that you can come over and dominate the number 1 team at that late in the season, going into the playoffs, I think that really did play a big part. So I think they got it right. I think, sad to say FSU go undefeated and not go. But you got to think, before the playoffs we had to watch this happen back in the BCS times when Miami, when they had Clinton Portis and they couldn't get into the championship because of the BCS, and things like that. Mm-hmm. So we've seen it happen, but like they said, I think they actually got it right this time, finally. So I agree.
Look, man, I told Florida State y'all was about to get messed over, man. I told y'all. Look, I'm sorry, man. It's business, baby. You know what I'm saying? And they don't want a second string quarterback in there that can't score. If y'all was scoring points, like if the backup quarterback was putting up 40, they couldn't deny Florida State.
No.
You know what I'm saying? If they was just going up and down the field with the backup quarterback, the committee would have been like, you know what? Yeah, Jordan Travis is up. Hey, they still putting up points. Hey, they still could score with the best of them. Let's put them in. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, yes, they have a good defense. They don't want to see defense. They want to see touchdowns in these playoffs, man. This is a business we running here. You know what I'm saying? And that's how the committee is looking at it. They're not looking at this like, oh, they don't really mean the 4 best teams. They mean the 4 most exciting teams. Who's going to put...
No, go ahead. My bad. I didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead.
Look, I hear all the arguments about Alabama. Yes, Alabama got in because they beat Georgia. Let's just call it what it is. They beat Georgia. They got in. And Texas won. So they couldn't... They felt like they couldn't just let Texas in and not let Alabama in because Texas beat Alabama early and Tuscaloosa by 10 points. So they couldn't leave both of them out. So because Texas beat who they beat in the Big 12 championship by a wide margin, they killed Oklahoma State, and then Alabama messes around and beats Georgia, the committee was like, well, damn, we can't leave both of them out because what's the name beat the number 1 team, and then that team beat Alabama. So they had to let them both in. So Florida State, you was in a bad spot, man. And then you struggled in your championship game against the Louisville teams. That's just not that good. They're not.
The ACC isn't good as at all.
They're not good.
Miss me with this fake outrage shit. Like, miss me with this fake outrage stuff, man. I get it.
Y'all beat LSU. I know. And the guy the quarterback, probably is going to win the Heisman. And that's kind of a slap in the face to you guys. But still, you're going to... We don't want to see the backup quarterback, man. We don't.
Look, my whole thing is you got to stop with this fake outrage shit. Like, where was the outrage with UCF? When it was 2018 and 2017, bro? They were 12-0. Then they have no undefeated teams. They had all the teams that were above them were not. They had one loss. They had one loss, 2 losses. But then at that time they were ranked 8th, and then in 2017 they were ranked 17th. I ain't hear no outrage for them because they did what they had to do. And I get it's not no Power 5, but at the end of the day, they were an undefeated team that beat they were the only undefeated team in 1 year, and yet you had them ranked 17th and then 8th. Where was the outrage? Where was the outrage then? So miss me with Florida State. Like I get it, but let's call a spade a spade. You guys weren't playing good. You at the end of the day, this is a show me what you can do. Like this is like elitism in a sense because you only can pick 4 teams. You got 5 power conferences. Not everybody's gonna get it. So you got to show me you deserve to be one of those top 4. No matter if you are 13-0 or whatever. Alabama showed it because they beat, as you said, they beat a Georgia back-to-back championship team that won 29 in a row, potentially could have won 3 in a row. Are you trying to tell me Georgia isn't better than Florida State? They are better than Florida State, but they're ranked behind you. You know what I mean? They're ranked 6th. There's no way in hell they're the 6th best team in
I
the
think
nation,
that's where
bro.
the committee messed up. That's where the committee messed
Well,
up.
the committee couldn't do nothing right. Let's call it a spade. The committee couldn't do nothing right. We know this whole system is a
Florida
flaw.
State. They should have put Florida. It is. They should have put Florida State behind Georgia. They should have put Georgia at number 5.
Well, they did that because they had to just show face, be like, look, man, we're going to, at the end of the day, yeah, you guys are 13-0, but we're going to show you a little bit of love by giving you number 5. You know, that's what they did. You know what I mean? But we all know that Florida State should be the 6th best team. Hell, they should even be the 7th because I think Oregon's better than Florida State. They lost to Washington twice in 2 close games. Are you trying to tell me Oregon's not better than Florida State? They are. They are. You know what I mean? So, like, miss me with all this fake outrage from RG3 and all these other people. Man, come on, man. Miss me with that, bro. Miss me with that, man. Miss me with Greeny going wild, talking about like, oh, they're 13-0, this and that. Worry about your Jets, bro. Worry about why your Jets are so trash and why they can't pick a decent quarterback. You know what I mean? Like, let's be real, man. What are we really talking about right now? This is a very easy conversation to have. Like, we're going to 12 teams here next year. If you want to blame anybody, blame the ACC because they had the opportunity to start this 12-team playoff this year. But I believe the ACC commissioner was one of the ones that wanted to postpone this shit to next year because they were still trying to figure out what everything was going to happen with all the teams going to different conferences and all that type of shit. But your choice is the main reason why Florida State is not in the playoff because we could have a 12-team playoff right now and they could be playing like Liberty or they could be playing Oregon or whoever the team they would be facing in the first round.
I believe you when you said they did it to save face because I'm gonna be honest. Let's just be real. If Texas didn't get in there, there's no way Florida State would have gotten there over Georgia. It would just been Georgia at number 4. So let's just be honest. It would have been Alabama and Georgia in there at the same time.
Yeah, I agree. If Florida State lost their championship game, Georgia probably would have been number 4.
They should have been number 4, but they really couldn't have put 2 SEC teams because you already see all the noise with that. You have Richard Sherman talking about the SEC is a garbage league, but yeah, okay, maybe the other teams aren't as good, but we all know Georgia and Alabama have been the standard of college football for the last 8 years? How many championships has the SEC won as far as national championships? And they played
LSU up there.
Yeah. So I think we got
Mizzou, they both good SEC teams. Like,
so this is honestly, this is really one of the better years for college football. I'm like, bro, we get the best SEC team, we get the best Big 10 team, we get the best Pac-12 team, and we get the best Big 12 team. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So we finally got a legit playoff. This is probably the best set of 4 teams we've got ever since they started this 14 college playoff. I think we're going to get 2 great games. 2 great games. I think a lot of people are going to be investing in both games because last year I think there was certain, like the year Cincinnati went. We knew Cincinnati wasn't beating. I think they played Georgia that year or Bama. It was one of them 2. We knew they weren't beating that team, and it wasn't even close. It was a boring ass game, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people turned that off by the second quarter. I guarantee both of these games are going to be great, man. I'm guaranteed.
Yeah. And here's the slate right here. I'll post it on the screen right here. This is the New Year's 6 slate. So you got the Cotton Bowl, my Tigers going against Ohio State. That should be a really good
That'll be a
game.
really good game. Yeah.
Um, I don't know if Kyle McCord is playing because he didn't hit the transfer portal,
Mm-hmm.
and they might be at the backup. But I'm sure the backup will still be good.
Yeah.
Ole Miss versus Penn State, that should be pretty good. Georgia versus Florida State. All right, Florida State, you get a chance.
Show us up. Show us
show,
up.
show us we wrong.
Show us wrong. Yeah.
You get to show us we wrong.
Go beat Georgia by 30. Let's see if you can do that.
That's what I'm saying.
You do that, then I'll apologize the next day.
Liberty versus Oregon. I don't know about that one, but Alabama versus Michigan in the Rose Bowl game, and then we got Texas and Washington in the Sugar Bowl. So,
yeah,
some nice, good games right there, y'all.
Really good slate. Really good slate.
All right, man. Let's get to this NFL Week 13 recap. Pull up the schedule. We starting with Thursday like usual?
Yeah, let's just go down the list. Let's start with Thursday. Let's start with Thursday again. Seahawks Cowboys.
All right. So yeah, that was a back and forth offensive game. It was actually one of the better Thursday night games we ain't seen in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
But it was back and forth. But just Dallas made more plays in the fourth quarter. Dak Prescott made more plays down the stretch, and that defense showed up when they needed to show up against Seattle because Geno one of his best games. It was his best game of the season,
Mm-hmm.
and DK Metcalf just did whatever he wanted with Darius Bland. Sorry, Darius, man. I know you had the record for pick sixes, but you was getting cooked out there. It was getting cooked out there, man.
Yeah.
But they end up pulling it off 41-35. What's your thoughts on that game?
Go ahead, Stan. I'll let you go first.
I think it was a pretty good game. I think down to the wire, it showed who Geno Smith really trusted more. He went away from Metcalf and threw it to Njigma. Is that how you say his name? He basically was trying to force him the ball more towards the end of the game, and they kind of like caught a hold to that, and they kind of keyed on him. And I think that's basically where most of the pressure started coming from to keep them away from whatever side he was on. So, end of the day, like you said, the Cowboys defense, as much as I hate the defense showed up, and they pulled it off. I mean, you can't say too much about it. Can't say too much bad about it. I mean, they came to play. So
yeah, I think there's a couple things. I think Seattle did expose some flaws in the Dallas defense. I think the back end of their corners, like look, let's call it, the Cowboys haven't really played anybody. They're really starting to get in the meat of their schedule. So now they finally are starting to face some real legit wide receivers. And look at Bland. Bland got cooked. And Metcalf ain't got no route tree, dog. Metcalf was cooking Bland. You know what I mean? So it's going to start getting crazier here. And, the next 4 games the Cowboys got, you got the Eagles next week. So you're going to get A.J. Brown. Hopefully Jalen Hurts is healthy. I know he came back out. I'm sure we're going to talk about that. He had the whole concussion thing, but he looked like he'll be good. You're going to get Bills with Stephon Diggs and Gabe Davis. You're going to get the Dolphins with Tyreek and Jalen Waddle and Devon Achane looking like he's back, and Ryan Mercer looking great. Then you're going to get the Lions with, you know what I mean? So we're really going to start seeing what the Cowboys are really made of. We're really going to see if that defense is really legit. You know what I mean? So I think Geno Smith played his best ball. I think that's damning to me with the Cowboys. I think Dak Prescott looks really good, but as I said, they're really going to start playing really great teams. You know what I mean? There's a couple instances where the Seahawks maybe should have pulled that out. They had chances to pull it out.
They did.
But I give the Cowboys credit. Their defense did stand tall. I think that last drive where I think this Geno really couldn't do anything. But I'm still in the wait and see mode with the Cowboys. I got to see what they do here these next couple of weeks before I can even put them in the same category as the Niners or the Eagles.
Right. No, I hear you. Let's go Colts Titans. That went into overtime, which won me some money. Thank God.
Yeah.
Titans special teams is the story. They missed the field goal. They probably would have won them the game.
Yeah.
So they go into overtime. They had to kick a field goal. Gardner Minshew, man, he went down the field. That long bomb pass to Alec Pierce, got them right into the red zone. They missed one try, and then they got one to Michael Pittman in the back of the end zone. Ended up winning the game. Was a really exciting game. You know, saying Derrick Henry actually had another 100-yard game, but he ended up getting hurt. I think that was a difference too. I think if Derrick Henry was in the game, they probably win the game. Titans probably win the game. But he would end up out. But Spears was actually pretty good still. He did, what he was supposed to do when, his number was called. But, shout out to Gardner Mitchell, man. He put the team on his back, won the game when they needed him. So, what's your thoughts?
I think Minshew, man. I mean, I don't know something about that dude, man. Wherever he goes, and he has to play, he always shows up. I don't know what it is about him, man. So, I mean, I think he's the big story now. Being able to march down the field at the clutch time and get them, what they need to get and get the touchdown. I mean, like you said, Derrick Henry didn't go out. You got to think they control the clock. He's still running the ball down their throat, so it could be different. But I mean, can't say what else. So Minshew, man, I think that was the big story for me.
Yeah. Honestly, it made me kind of sad, bro. I ain't gonna lie, because I would love to see what Anthony Richardson would have done with his team. You know what I mean? I would love to seen the growth with him actually have a chance with Jonathan Taylor, even though I know Jonathan Taylor is currently out right now. But when he did come back, I would have loved to see what this team looked like. I love Michael Pittman Jr. as a receiver. I think the running backs are cool. I think their defense is young, but I think they're very up and coming. I know they got rid of Shaq Leonard, but I think they know how to develop players really well. So I think it's just that with me. Obviously, there's really no implications. The Colts are, I think they're the 7th seed right now. Yeah, I think they're the 7th seed right now. I still would favor the Texans getting that 7th seed. Me personally, I think they play each other. Don't they play each other here soon? Mm-hmm. So I think that will kind of go towards who will get the 7th seed. Me personally, or make the playoffs. So, but yeah, that's kind of my only thoughts with this game.
Does Gardner Minshew deserve to be a starter somewhere?
No.
No?
I think being a role player, what he's doing is exactly what he needs to do. Just come in when he needs to and manage and hold off until the starter comes back.
You know what? I take that back. I lied. He does, in the sense of like some of the starting quarterbacks that we do have are pretty trash.
Like if Gardner Minshew was on the Jets,
yes,
they'd be a playoff team, right?
They would be a playoff team.
I think so.
They'd be a playoff team.
Right? If you put him on the Patriots, I think they look a lot better. I don't know if they'll be a playoff team, but they'll be a lot more scary. So yeah, I think he does deserve to get a chance. So I take that back. I think I was a little too harsh on him. I take that back, brother. You do deserve a chance to be a starter in the league for sure.
He might look nice with the Vikings.
Yeah, he would look nice with the Vikings too. Like he could throw the ball. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
What I like about him, dude, the moment's not too big for him. He's not scared of the moment.
He's not.
When the chips are down, he'll strap up his helmet, and let's go.
He's like a Fitzpatrick type. He's like a Fitzpatrick.
Yeah.
He's very like that.
Yeah, I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. Falcons and Jets. I don't even think nobody watched this game, but whatever. This is a bad game. Falcons won. That's all I got for y'all.
The main question is, should the Falcons go all in and trade for Justin Fields?
Yes. Double down. Yes. Trade for somebody. Hell, trade for Gardner Minshew.
No, for real.
I'm just saying. I don't care, man. Let's get a quarterback over there, man.
I think Justin Fields will be the perfect quarterback for that team.
No, he would. No, he's young.
Explosive.
He's still young. He's black. That's the market out there in Atlanta. Black people, they're going to get behind Justin Fields, saying, oh, the second coming to Michael Vick. They're going to do all that mess. So, yeah.
They should have got Lamar, dog, when they got the chance. They should have got Lamar when they had the chance.
Do it, Atlanta. Don't overthink it. Then you had the Lions and the Saints, which was actually a pretty good game. At first, it looked like the Lions were about to blow them out. Then the Saints came back, tied it up. Then Lions took the lead, and Jared Goff made some throws at the end that he needed to make to win the game. So shout out to the Lions. They bounced back after their loss against the Packers, and they won the game in New Orleans. Say what you want about New Orleans, that's still a hostile environment. So they end up winning the game, and hey, that's all I got for
Yeah, I think Laporta is turning into the best tight end right now, especially as Travis Kelce's getting older. Laporta's looking amazing. But the Lions' downfall, man, they still just can't get no pressure on on the quarterback, man. And I think you obviously saw with the Saints side that people are over Derek Carr. Like, I don't know if y'all saw the video of when he got introduced onto the field, man. The whole damn crowd damn near booed. So it's not looking too good for my former quarterback. You know what I mean? So overall, man, I think the Lions will. I think their schedule is easy, so I think they have a potential to get a top two, maybe even a one seed, depending.
What's next for Derek Carr?
A backup position. Who would you rather have, Derek Carr or Gardner Minshew?
Right now, Gardner.
Like Stan, who would you rather have, Gardner or
Minshew.
Derek Carr?
I take Minshew, man. I don't know what it is. Derek Carr first year with the Raiders, I was upset because I wanted the Giants to have him.
Mm-hmm.
On this year, the first year, I was like, man, I kept wanting the Giants to get him. And then it just seemed like he can't. After he got hurt, that injury, it's like he hasn't been the same ever since then, man. And it's like, I mean, and then to be at the Saints and have all those weapons, and you can't. Come on, man. They have a lot of.
He's scared to be in the pocket. You're 100% right. I said this. I don't know what episode I said. It was a couple episodes ago. Chris can attest, man. I said the same thing. When the moment he got that ankle injury, he's been scared to be in that pocket. You know what I mean? And he doesn't settle down. You can check like how his feet are when he's throwing the ball. He's like bouncing. He looks antsy. He doesn't look like he's in control of himself. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like night and day. When you see Derek Carr in the pocket compared to how Jordan Love was in the pocket last night, Jordan Love, you could see how comfortable he's in the pocket, how much more confidence he is. I think there was a play, I forgot who he was. It was the touchdown. I think they were within the 15-yard line. And you just see the whole pocket collapse within him. And all Jordan Love was just stepped in. He looked in control, and he threw a dot. I think it was to Christian Watson. Christian Watson over Trent McDuffie. I think it was that touchdown. But like when you look at Derek Carr, he just looked like this boy is like standing in the middle of the highway, and he's scared to death. So I think he's getting close to that point where he's about to start heading towards the Carson Wentz treatment, where he about to get these backup positions for real.
Yeah. All right, we have.
What? My bad. Where would he be a good backup at though? Like,
I mean, he can go anywhere.
To be a backup. Like he could go to the Jets. They not be so depending on how Aaron Rodgers comes back from his Achilles. But let's say it doesn't go well with his Achilles. You know, he is 40 years old. Like it's a tough injury to come back. Like I know, he's out here jogging. I low key think the injury report wasn't really legit, but that's just me. But even then, he's still a 40-year-old guy, man, that's coming back from a serious injury. You know what I mean? Even if it's just a straight calf tear, that's a serious injury to have. You know what I mean? So hell, they might get desperate. There are desperate teams out there that might go that route. You know?
Yeah, for sure. What was your thoughts on the game? I forgot to get your thoughts on the game, Stan.
On the Cardinals and Lions?
No, Lions and Saints.
I mean, I said the Cardinals. Lions and Saints. I mean, I honestly didn't get to watch it. I saw the highlights, and it did look scary for a minute. Like the Lions was about to come all the way back, but they pulled it out. I mean, from the highlights, it looked like it was just a good game. I wish I could have seen it, but I can't remember what game I was watching at that time.
Yeah, another game that came down to the wire: Texans and Broncos. It was one of those back and forth. Broncos had a chance; they was in the red zone to win the game, and Russell Wilson threw an interception. I was happy because it won me some money, but I was also happy because it was the Broncos losing. But no, shout out to the Texans. They held strong when they needed to held strong, and they're taking steps forward to being a good team in this league. So, what are your thoughts? Did you watch the game, Stan?
I didn't watch the game, but I can tell you exactly what y'all been saying every week. CJ Stroud, man. That man is, I don't know. He any doubters, he's making everybody understand. He's putting them on notice right now. Okay, it's just my first year, and then wait until I really get comfortable.
Yeah.
So I think he's really like just with what he has right now. The pieces they're gonna probably pick up in like free agency and then in the draft. Yeah, it's gonna be very interesting for the
next
Texans.
year.
So.
Next year, be scared of the Texans.
Nah, for real. Nah, because they hit on both of their number one picks. With Will Anderson looks amazing.
Yeah.
CJ Stroud looks amazing. Obviously, President Tank Dell, he had a bad injury, you know what I mean? So he's gonna be out for the year. But I expect him to be back. But they got Tank Dell. You know what I mean? Like they got a great young core. Damian Pierce look like he's starting to come along. So Nico Collins, he pretty much picked up after what Tank Dell did. You know what I mean? So they're very deep, very young, and I think that's a really great combination to have. You know what I mean? Especially your first year quarterback, potentially in an MVP conversation. I think you never really see that. You know what I mean? Not even Patrick Mahomes did that. You know what I mean? So they're heading in the right trend. You know what I mean? I think they're gonna eventually get that 7th spot. I think they'll make the playoffs. I think they're just too good offensively. I think they have some holes in the defense, especially on the back end, but even then, you still got Stingley Jr. I think Stingley Jr. is a great young talent, a great young quarterback.
He's starting to come along.
He started coming along too. Like D'Amico Ryans is going to get that defense to where it's going to need to be. So I'm not going to really be too worried about that. But hell, you never know, man. They could be a year or two away from being some real Super Bowl contenders. You never know. They might be real Super Bowl contenders next year, depending on what they do in free agency and the draft. Like who knows? But they're transcending up, and
trust me.
I wish I was
there. Trust me, there are players looking at that team and saying they're free agents, and they're like, "Yeah,
especially with CJ Stroud." Especially with CJ Stroud
next year.
Come on.
I might go there next year.
Never know. They're T. Higgins. They could get like a T. Higgins. They could.
Judy.
You can, if you're not liking what Damian Pierce does, you can figure out maybe Saquon, maybe Derrick Henry to be a backup or whatever. I know he's getting older, but you never know. On the defensive side, if they can get a couple corners, like, you know what I mean? Like, you just don't know.
Defensive end, they go with Will Anderson.
Right?
There's some defensive ends that's coming out next year.
Maybe Chris Jones, maybe they grab your boy. You never know. You never know. You never know. You never know, man.
You dare put that evil on me, dude.
Hey, it's the reality, bro. You know it's the reality.
No, it probably is. It probably is. I'm not even going to talk about Chargers and Patriots, even though they want me some money. I'm not going to talk about Chargers and Patriots.
6-0. I'm going to ask you one question. Do you think the NFL deserves to give all those fans their money back?
Yes. There wasn't that many fans in the stands to begin with. But the 25 that was in attendance.
That just shows you how bad the Chargers are too. 6-0, and you got Justin Herbert, and you could score only 6 points.
6 points. I would have fired, even though we won. I still would have fired Staley. What's wrong with y'all?
If you're a Chargers fan, I know you got to be depressed because that's crazy. You're supposed to have a all elite quarterback, and yet you can't even score more than 6 points against a 2-10 team. That's crazy.
That's ridiculous.
Well, hey, shout out to the Patriots. They didn't screw it up. For the
number 2. They're number 2 in the draft lottery now.
Are they number 2? Who's number 1? Is
Panthers.
It still Panthers?
Still Panthers. Yeah, Panthers getting that. Technically the Bears, so it's technically Bears. So
yeah.
Well, you still got the Drake May sweepstakes. Michael Penix, whoever y'all want. Bo Nix, whoever y'all want.
There's 3 of them, so
whoever y'all want.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna talk about the Cardinals and Steelers. It was the rain delay. Cardinals beat them. Steelers show we on your ass on Wednesday.
The worst 7-5 team in history.
We on your ass on Wednesday. Just know that.
Najee Harris is back to being trash too. Man, they gotta play Jalen Warren more, dog.
That team is terrible. Kenny Pickett went out with an ankle injury.
They say he got surgery.
Oh, he got surgery?
Yeah, he had surgery. Yeah.
So he's out for the season?
I don't know. They just said they just broke that news. I think like 30 minutes ago. He had surgery on his ankle. So I'm assuming now he's out for the year.
Well, good luck with Mitchell Trubisky.
Yep, pick it out. Tom explained why Trubisky is starting with pick it out. Yep. Yeah. He had to have surgery for a high ankle sprain. Yep.
Yeah, he's out for foreseeable future.
You
Yeah.
got Dolphins at Commanders. Dolphins do this to every bad team. One thing about the Dolphins, what they're gonna do is they're gonna make bad teams look like bad teams, and they will blow you the fuck out.
Mm-hmm. They're doing the same thing the Cowboys are doing.
They will blow you out, boy. Tyreek Hill's gonna get through. He might get to that 2,000 yards.
They got the scariest offense in the whole league next to the Niners. I think
They do.
they got the scariest offense. Like
The only
that's
thing is
if
the
they get
Niners
home
show
field
up against
advantage.
you.
If they get home field advantage, bro, I'll tell you, I would not be surprised to see the Dolphins make the Super Bowl, man. I would not.
What's that running back name? How you pronounce his name? Mozart?
Agent. Are you
Yeah,
talking
you got
about Mostert or
Mostert,
Agent?
Man,
Mostert and Devon Achane, yeah.
because then you can't stack the box. He gonna run over you. So then you try to stack the box. You can't leave him out the 1-on-1 with Waddle and Tyreek. Come on, man. It's just
The
unfair.
key to the Dolphins is you better have some physical corners. Bottom line, you ain't got no physical corners. You got some Marcus Petersons out there. It's over.
Physical. I just think you need. I think you need players to be able to be quick. If you
You
can't,
got to be quick. But
you
I'm
got
just
everybody's
saying,
under. Yeah, I know what you mean, but
You
you only
gotta
can
be
play so
physical.
physical though. You only can play so physical in today's NFL. So
true.
you know what I
But
mean.
I think at the line of scrimmage, you can push them around a little bit. You just can't get grabby with them.
Maybe you got 5 yards to do it. So,
You
but they
gotta
too
just
fast. Two steps in, boy. Like they already.
you been working this in practice.
But even you know this. Even with Tyreek Hill, I know he's small, but he's strong as hell. So you know, personally, usually that doesn't work. So we'll see, man. We'll see.
Yeah. Then you got the Buccaneers and the Panthers. Panthers actually had a chance to win the game at the end, but Bryce Young ended up throwing an interception.
Mm-hmm.
Panthers. Y'all should have kept Steve Wilkes. You see what he over there doing with the 49ers as a defensive coordinator? Y'all should have kept Steve Wilkes. You should have kept him. Sorry.
Yeah, it's not looking good for the Panthers at all, man. They don't even have their pick, so it's just like they're pretty much losing for no reason at this point.
Trade Brian Burns and start over. Trade him in the offseason for a first-round pick. Somebody will take him.
They might have to trade a couple pieces, man. I think they
whatever.
might have to
trade something and start over.
Maybe Horn. I don't know, man.
Yeah. JC Horn, yeah, you might have to go too. You might have that fire sale over there to start over.
I think it's about time. Yeah,
start over. You got to start over with the coaching staff and everything. Just
let me ask you: if you're Bryce Young, would you, if they did that, would you ask for a trade?
No, I wouldn't ask for a trade because at least I know they're trying to do something. You know what I'm saying? At least they're trying to make some moves.
Yeah, but that's kind of bad for your career, though. If I was him, I would consider it. I know it may not look good, but
at the same time, when let me explain something to you, young quarterbacks out there that are coming into the league. When you go to the NFL, you're in the top 5. You're on a bad team. It is what it is.
You don't expect to be this bad, though.
It is what it is. You're on a bad team.
But my thing is,
back to Chicago.
My thing is like I get it. Yeah, you are going to be on a bad team, but when it's a bad team with an incompetent franchise who doesn't know how to do anything, and you don't even see a future. I'm like, bro, like it's gonna get to a point where it's like it's gonna ruin your career. You got to take your career into your hands because we know how they do. We know how they do these players and these quarterbacks. Like, bro, if you don't show anything by that second year, you already have people saying that Bryce Young's a bust. Even though I think that's unfair because he doesn't have an offensive line. He's damn near running for his life. He don't have no weapons. He has no running game. Like he don't have anything. You know what I mean? That defense has stepped up. I think that defense is young and it's good. Mm-hmm. But like I said, you don't have no pieces and. You keep hiring these terrible ass coaches. You let go of a really good coach. You know what I mean? That really showed you when he filled in that they were playing for him. They were playing inspired football. They had an identity. Like you don't know the identity of this team. You don't know if they want to be a run team, a pass team. Bryce Young, you know what I mean? Like he only could do so much. He's with his size. You know what I mean? He doesn't have a big arm, so. Like, what are we really doing?
Steve Wilkes showed y'all in Arizona that he was a good coach, and they let him go after 1 year.
Yeah.
Then he became the interim last year, and damn near get the Panthers to the playoffs.
Like, as a head coach, why would you want to take this job? If you're John Harbaugh, why would you want to take this job? If you're Bill Belichick, why would you want to take this job? If you're an up and coming coach like a Ben Johnson, why would you want to take this job?
I'm Ben Johnson. I'd be like, see y'all in LA, baby. Going to Chargers. Justin Herbert, baby. All right, y'all. They might get Greg Olsen because he said he's interested.
Why would Greg Olsen be interested in that job? That's terrible. He might get a little bit more leeway, I guess, because of just who he is. But
if y'all hire Greg Olsen, that's your problem right there. That's your problem right there. That's your problem right there. Then you had the Rams and the Browns. You know, Rams, that offense, man, when it's clicking.
That's a scary team. I think that's a scary team. Don't let them make the playoffs. I think they're one spot behind the they're one spot behind the Packers. They're tied 6-6.
Cooper Kupp. I know Puka Nacua got hurt. But you know, they got a nice little squad over. Aaron Donald looked like Aaron Donald yesterday. He was terrorizing the offensive line yesterday. So when they pulled it out, you know, at the end, they scored some, you know, big touchdowns at the end of the game and end up pulling away in this game. So shout out to the Rams, man. The Browns, they just, you know, they hanging off for their life. They're on today's second.
I feel bad for that. I feel bad for that team. They just can't catch a break, dog. Yeah. They had literally the best defense, and they're literally just crumbling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
injuries.
It's the Browns.
Yeah.
And then the big game everybody was talking about, which I knew this was going to happen, y'all. 49ers and the Eagles. I knew the 49ers was going to go in there hyped up, ready to go. They felt like they got – man, you heard this in the offseason, how they felt they got cheated in the NFC Championship game. They lost Brock Purdy, and then they lost Fred. They was just losing players left and right in that NFC Championship game. And they felt like the better team didn't win that day. You know what I'm saying? So I knew if they were healthy coming into this game, they was going to try to smack the Eagles. And that's exactly what they did. Eliminated the big play and stopped everything underneath.
Yeah.
And the Eagles had no answer. None whatsoever. Brock Purdy was out there doing his thing, which I think we should be talking about him as an MVP candidate, maybe. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. He's been balling. You know what I'm saying? Ever since he got his pieces, Trent Williams and Deebo Samuel's back, he's been looking good. So I'm just saying, the San Francisco 49ers, and I've said this in the beginning of the season, they are the scariest looking team in the league right now. And if they get to the Super Bowl, they should be the favorites. I don't care who's on the other side. I don't care.
Go ahead, Stan. What's your thoughts?
You talking about MVP candidate, man? You don't look in that backfield.
Oh, Christian McCaffrey.
That boy standing behind that quarterback. As long as he's in the game, if I'm on the defensive side, I'm hollering Mayday. I don't know if he's running a route or if he's getting the ball. And like we said before, he don't mind running between the tackles. As small as he look, he'll come straight up there and smack you and keep going. And like they showed one of the runs where he came through and he hit a guy tried to tackle him, and he did a jump, like a move in the air while he was jumping. I said, and it was like, have you seen people like make cuts while they're in the air? I was like, oh no, this man is something different. So you're right, San Francisco is like the scariest team, honestly, right now, like because you don't know what to expect. Which one I'm gonna get the ball, him or Samuel? You got him and Deebo
in the backfield.
So you choose which one you want to let do what they're gonna do, because you can't both of them. You can't double team both of them, because then you leave them 1-on-1 with George Kittle and Ayuk. I think that's how you say his name.
Yeah,
you leave them 1-on-1 with those two. Really, you gonna 1-on-1 those two? They scary, man. And then their defense. They don't even want to get on their defense. Like
that defensive line, man, to get after you. And they added Chase Young to this. Jesus.
And them linebackers. So
yeah.
Talking about you don't want to take a lick from them. So yeah, I like the 49ers right now.
Nah, Niners literally blew out their two competitors, man. The Cowboys and the Eagles. I'm gonna give the Eagles a little bit of a break though. You know, they did, you know, I think they played like 3 games in like 13 days. You know, their schedule has been brutal the last month. You know what I mean? So, and I think the Niners did have way more motivation than the Eagles, but even so, I still think the Niners are just the best team, man. Brock Purdy has been playing amazing. I think if there's any doubt of him being the starting quarterback of this team, I think that should be dead. You know, Christian McCaffrey, best running back in the league. Ayuk, Debo looked amazing last night. You know, shout out to Debo, man. Gave me like 42 on my fantasy, making me looking really good. George Kittle, you know, you got Trent Williams, the best offensive lineman in the league. Fred Warner, Greenlaw. I could go on and on, man. This team is just crazy, stupid, dumb, retarded as far as like talent on that team. You pretty much got the top best coach in the league as far as play callers. Steve Wilkes out in the back in the defense, man. It's just it's crazy, just the overall talent that they have on that team.
Yeah, man. I agree. Now to my sorry ass team.
About time you said it. About time you said it. I've been trying to get you to understand where y'all at. Like, y'all got Patrick Mahomes and Kelsey, but who else y'all got? But my bad. I didn't mean to interrupt. My bad, brother. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Why you do that, man? I ain't asked for your commentary.
I've been waiting to hear you talk about this damn game. What's your thoughts, Chris?
Look, man, I'm not here to make no excuses. Shout out to the Packers. They came out ready in Lambeau Field. They wanted it more yesterday, and it showed. They beat us. I'm not blaming the referees. I'm not blaming nothing else. I'm not reiterating how receivers are running wrong routes. They've been running wrong routes since week 1.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about Andy Reid. Stop running the football when you got your running back with 110 yards.
Averaging 6.1 yards per carry, too. Only 18 carries. Shit got 30 carries that game.
That last drive pissed me off. More than the interception. What pissed me off, I'm like, why don't we stop running the football? They can't stop it.
They couldn't.
They couldn't stop Isaiah Pacheco.
Nah, yeah.
Then Scott, what are you doing? It's a damn real RPO wheel route, and you stop running your damn route. Let the corner run the corner ran the route better than you because you stopped.
Yeah.
So I'm not. Yes, was it I don't think the Mahomes unnecessary referee. I don't think that was unnecessary roughness. I don't. I think
Packers did get away with a pass interference. They did get away with that. That was a clear pass.
But they got away, and I just it is what it is.
Itself out, yeah.
It is what it is, bro. Look,
what's your confidence meter right now as far as championship hopes?
That is 6.5.
Get down.
That is 6.5. We're undisciplined. It's not even just look. The receiver shit is that's the naked eye can see that. The naked eye can see that. And look, I did like the fact that they still was giving the ball to Rashee Rice because he was making things happen when he got the ball in the damn hands. But them damn penalties at the wrong time, man, that kill us in the red zone. If you think about it, the first 2 drives we marched down the field and got in the red zone. It should have been 14 and a half. It'd have been 21-14 coming out of the half. It might have been a different game, but we just can't score in crucial moments like we used to. And we're not above approach. We're just not above. It used to be we had Tyreek Hill and we can mess up here and there, but we could get off 3 scores real quick because we got that dude over there and we got Travis Kelce. We ain't got that. We back with the pack.
Yeah.
So it is what it is, man. We got to win out. We think because look, the Ravens' schedule is still bad. It's still hard. It's still a rough one. They can slip up. Dolphins too. Ravens and Dolphins got to play each other. But they can slip up. And we can still get the number 1 seed. But we got to win out. We have to win out. We cannot lose no more games.
What's your thoughts, Sam?
As I said it, I think it was some bad calls in the thing, but at the same time, like I say, I don't think coming into the game, this game shouldn't have been close to where those calls even mattered. They should have already put this away before those calls even came to play. Running the ball, I think the Chiefs shot themselves in the foot. Checo having a great game, then turns around and get ejected, doing some dumb stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it seemed like the cornerbacks got laxed on the receivers and started allowing the receivers to get off the line to get cleared, easy routes. So I think the Chiefs allowed themselves to get beat in this game. And then, like he said, the receivers, I don't know. It just seemed like nothing was clicking.
You know why they didn't throw that pass interference call? Because regardless of dude draped himself over there, I knew MVS was gonna drop it. That's why he didn't throw that.
But your boy,
man, he wasn't gonna catch that shit anyway.
Kelsey's didn't look like himself yesterday either, man. I don't know. He just don't seem like.
You know what teams do? They let him get off a few catches in the first half, and then they be like, all right, let's put the clamps on. Let's put 3 guys on them and make the other guys beat us. I don't even know where Justin Watson was yesterday. They ain't even put him out there. At least put him out there over MVS.
MVS like he was lost. They were throwing the ball down the field. He would stop running until the ball was in there, then start back trying to pick his speed back up. I saw that a couple of times.
That one play where Mahomes was trying to throw, he goes inside. Man, he's supposed to go outside.
He had the ball wide open
right there.
So yeah, I think you shot yourself in the foot. And the thing is,
man, Brandon Ayuk is gonna look good in the receiver in the Chiefs uniform.
Here you go. Y'all to get everybody.
He gonna look good.
Bro, stop. You know damn well y'all not signing nobody. Y'all gonna do it.
Yes, we
y'all
are.
not gonna do it. Y'all not gonna do it. Y'all have had many opportunities and it's not gonna happen.
As bad as these receivers are this year, Brett Veach is about to do an overhaul.
Y'all gonna get Calvin Johnson.
He's about to get every receiver he can get over here.
Listen.
Patrick Mahomes gonna be on the damn phone with him like, hey, bro, don't play with me.
Listen, Andy Reid need to go ahead and sit in his office for the next 3 days and literally just make a whole bunch of plays to just get Pacheco, Rashee Rice, and Kelsey the ball. He needs to. Those are your 3 main guys that need to get the ball. Rashee Rice has literally proven that he's the best receiver that y'all have. And I'm not saying he's an elite receiver, but he's the best y'all have. Travis Kelce, he is getting older, so we got to attest to that. He is. I think the Taylor Swift thing, I think it's a little bit of distraction to me. I really do. Like, I think this more so is I think with it's more so is Taylor Swift going to be at the game or is Kelsey going to have a good game? I think it's more so people want to know if Taylor Swift is at the game more so than what Kelsey is doing. And Pacheco, I think Pacheco just kind of showed that he can let people get under his skin. And I think a lot of players are going to try to exploit that because Pacheco is literally the scariest thing on this offense, minus Patrick Mahomes, obviously. Pacheco's literally the scariest player that they have because Pacheco has proven time and time again that he can be a top 5 running back if you just give him the ball. I hate how he runs. It's annoying the way to watch him run. I think it's annoying because he looks like a bad kid running away from his parents every single time he runs. He has that football in his hand. But overall, he can be a top 5. Like I said, he averaged 6.1 yards per carry. Why'd you stop? Obviously, him punching a player and getting kicked out doesn't help. But the Chiefs, man, like this is why I just, this is kind of like what people expected to happen last year. Y'all just lost all your explosion. People expected that when y'all got right to Tyreek Hill. But with Juju, y'all were still able to be explosive. With McKinnon, y'all were still be able to be explosive. Travis Kelce was still your number one, was still the number 1 tight end in the league. And you kind of just lost all that. You know what I mean? You lost all your explosiveness. The moment you guys get a decent defense, your offense just goes to shit, which is kind of crazy, you know what I mean? So
that's just the Chiefs. That's
it's just you know what I mean. Everything can't be perfect, but I think right now this is just kind of like the Chiefs still have a chance to get the number 1 spot. I don't think they will. You got to take the Chiefs serious no matter as long as they have Patrick Mahomes, but it's slowly becoming surely like you got to kind of slowly start thinking like they may not be Super Bowl material right now, me personally.
We'll see. Got Buffalo on to Buffalo, baby.
Buffalo's playing really good, man. I might have Buffalo as the favorite in that game. I low key might. Dang, man, why you gotta do some violence like that, bro? I'm
Get
just
there.
saying, Buffalo
I'm
playing
just
pretty
playing.
good, even despite the
That's where
Eagles.
Pacheco got it from.
I'm just playing.
I
He
think
said
Buffalo
it's
needs
Pacheco.
Hey,
that game a lot more than the Chiefs.
hey, I'm just happy that because we was dropping like flies on defense yesterday. I don't know what was going on. Drew Tranquil had the concussion. I hope he's fine, but hopefully now we get Nick Bolton. But this is the game where we miss Nick Bolton. This game showed why Nick Bolton is
When's he
important.
supposed to come back?
Hopefully this week, because they took him off the IR, the 21 day.
Yeah, I know he's practicing and stuff. Yeah.
So they sat him out this game. So I think they're gonna let him play this game. But especially with Drew Tranquil out, he'll probably be out for this game. See how he does with the concussion protocol. Shout out to Brian Cooks. It looked like that was going to be season ending, but they said he didn't break. There was no break, so hopefully he'll probably be out for some weeks or whatever. But if we can get him back for the playoffs, that'd be cool. And Justin Reed, man, he gets on my nerves, man. That one throw where Love just threw that thing up. Had Reed just looked up. He wasn't looking at the player to hit him. He just looked up. He might have picked it off, or at least knocked it down. Jesus, man,
I'm low key smiling at this. I've been waiting for this day. I've been waiting for this day.
I know you are.
Man, if my team can't do good, I'd rather be a hater and watch the demise of others.
All right, I'll tell you right now, y'all better win it. Y'all better get us this year, because we make the Super Bowl with this team.
We'll see.
Y'all get blown out by San Francisco. That's what's going on.
Tell you, man, y'all ain't gonna get past the Dolphins if y'all gonna play them again. I'll book that.
I'm scared of Dolphins.
All right. Okay.
We locked their asses down in Germany.
The first half, not the second half, though. But we'll see.
They didn't really do nothing in the second half.
Nah, we'll see.
Anyway, who's your offensive player of the week?
My offensive player of the week, I would probably have to go with. I'm gonna go with Debo. I think Debo had an amazing game against the Eagles, man. 4 receptions, 116 yards, 3 total TDs, man. He looked great.
Who you got, Stan?
I might have to stick with Jordan Love, man. Well, it's a tie. I like Love and Minshew because I think Love showed a lot of potential, like you were saying, standing in the pocket as young as he is, and standing in the pocket as dominant as y'all defensive line. He stood in the pocket and completed those passes, but at the same time, I still gotta give Minshew at least half of it because that man, he does his thing. So I split it between those two.
I'm gonna give it to Jordan Love. Jordan Love, he's been impressive this month of December, man. He's been showing up, and he finally arrived, man. He can make off-platform throws, kind of like Mahomes like, and the kid, he got an arm. He can swing the football, man. They got a nice little young core over there, so I'm gonna give it to Jordan Love, man. He showed up.
Yeah.
Who's your defensive player of the week?
I'm gonna give mine to Will Anderson, man. I think Will Anderson had a really big impact for that win, so I'm gonna give it to him.
I might have to just go with the 49ers defense because the way they manhandled the Eagles, man, they kept them boys on the wraps. The only thing that they could do successful was the little tush push or whatever. Other than that, they couldn't really get nothing going. They was on those receivers. They was on I get to the 49ers defense.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Aaron Donald. He was wreaking havoc on them Browns the other day, and he looked like the old Aaron Donald that we all come to love. So shout out to Aaron Donald. Man. He's still doing his thing. All right, fellas. I'm about to do a little buy or sell NFL teams going to the playoffs.
Okay.
So I want to team. You let me know if you think they have think they can make it to the playoffs? Number one, Pittsburgh Steelers.
I'm selling. I'm selling. That team is the worst 7-5 team I've seen. They continuously choose to play Najee over Warren. You know, they lost their quarterback. Kenny Pickett out. Look like maybe for the rest of the year. So yeah, I'm selling.
I'm selling also. I don't see them going, man. I don't know. Even the games they've won so far, I don't know how they even won. They should honestly be in the same predicament with the Giants. We should be neck and neck right now. They should certainly not have as many wins they have, but I mean, I can't say nothing about them, but I sell. Yeah, sell.
The Minnesota Vikings.
I'm going to damn. This one's tough because you got the Packers and the Rams right behind them. They're all tied for 6-6. You're going to get Justin Jefferson back. Joshua Dobbs has not played really well. You know what? I'm going to sell. I'm going to sell, man. I think the Rams and the Packers are just playing really well at the right time. They're getting healthy. I like their quarterback play a little bit better, a lot better actually. So I'm going to say sell.
I say sell. I'm looking at the Packers. I think the Packers is that sleeper team that can certainly bypass them. I think the Packers starting to pick up steam. They starting to gel well, especially this late in the season. So I'm gonna say sell.
The Cleveland Browns.
I'm selling. Their offense is really shit the bed. Yeah, I just don't trust that offense, and I think that defense is slowly slowing down, man, because they're getting hurt and they're on that field a little bit too long.
I'm selling too. I think they just can't. I think their confidence really went down. I'm not gonna say when Watson went down. I think when Chubb went down, it seemed like they just haven't been able to put 2 and 2 together since then. So I'm selling.
The Seattle Seahawks.
I'm a sell because I don't trust Geno, and that defense is look really, really bad. So I'm a sell, man.
I'm gonna buy on this one. I think they go in, figure out a few things, get Geno the way he can get the ball out a little bit quicker with those receivers because he has weapons. The offense looks nice, and they're fixed what they need to on defense. I think I go ahead and buy on this one.
The Indianapolis Colts.
I'm gonna sell again. I ain't bought nobody yet. I'm selling, man. I like what Minshew is doing overall, but I like the Texans way. I just like the Texans better in that division, so I'm gonna sell.
I'm gonna buy. They the rest of their schedule, they don't like to have many losses coming. I think they'll beat the Bengals without the Burrows. I think they can beat Steelers, especially without Pickett. I think they can beat the Falcons. The only tough one they might have is the Raiders if the Raiders come to play, and then they're playing in Indianapolis. So the only one they got is the last two, the Raiders and Texans. So I'll buy on this one.
Okay.
The Green Bay Packers.
I'm buying. I think they're going to overleap the Vikings. They're already the 7th seed already. So, yeah, I'm definitely buying with the way Jordan Love and that defense is looking like the old Packer defense from what we used to be seeing with them being dominant. So, yeah, I'm going to go buy.
Buy on this one as well. As I said, I think they're going to certainly bypass the Vikings. I think they're coming together at the right time. So as long as there's no key injuries, I think they're good to go.
The Houston Texans.
Bye. Yes. Houston Texans, right now they're the 8th seed right behind the Colts. I think the Texans are going to be one of the top 7 teams. So with CJ Stroud, how young that defense is looking, and playing really good, I got to buy.
I'm going to say sell. I think at the last minute, they fall behind the Colts. I think they're going to stay behind the Colts. I'm unless something happened besides anything else as far as with the Colts, I don't see them just. Mm-mm. I sell on this one.
The Los Angeles Rams.
I am buying because I think Vikings are going to drop out, and I think the Rams could get either 6 or 7 seeds. So I'm going to buy.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna buy on the rounds as well. Because yeah, I can see it being a. Hold on. Ooh. Hold on. Before I say buy. Mm-mm. No, because I don't know. 1 second. Because yeah, number one. Then you have.
You already bought on the Seahawks and the Packers, so
Yeah, I'm gonna sell. I'm gonna sell on the rounds. I think the Seahawks, Packers take those because then you got to have at least the Cowboys. So it's gonna be the Seahawks and Packers. I'm gonna sell on the rounds.
The Denver Broncos.
I'm gonna sell. I think it's a very inspiring performance that they've gotten to this point. You know what I mean? We all thought they would be like at least a top 3 pick for the draft. So, yeah, I think it's just too hard from where they were at to make the playoffs. So I'm gonna sell.
I'm trying to think about who in the AFC do I think would actually cover those spots. Huh.
Just
I don't
say
know
it,
if I
man.
trust Russell Wilson. Huh?
Just say it. We'll
No,
help you
man, they might be
out.
trying to slip in at the last spot. But yeah, I sell. I sell.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
I'm
Mm,
selling.
they
I
got a
sell.
shot, man. Like the Falcons are 6-6. You know what I mean? They have a shot to overleap them and become the 4th seed, which would be crazy.
Yeah, that'd be nuts.
You know what? I'm gonna buy. I think the Falcons are they're just so inconsistent. So are the Bucks, but I guess I would trust the Bucks. I guess a little bit more. So I'm a buy, and I'm gonna buy reluctantly.
The Buffalo Bills.
I'm buying. I know their schedule is tough. They're gonna have to beat y'all next week, which I think they will. I think they're gonna beat y'all. They've been playing better football. I think they're gonna sneak in. I think they'll sneak in and get that last spot.
Yeah, I'm buying on those as well. I take the Bills
Ooh, they got the Cowboys. They got us, the Cowboys, the Patriots.
and the
And they got the
Dolphins.
Dolphins at the end.
Dolphins, yeah, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. But
Woo!
they got a shot.
All right, fellas. That was fun. Mall selling on half the NFL.
Very frugal with my money, dog. You know what I'm saying? Very frugal. Just don't give it out
Half
like
the
that.
NFL over there. Jeez.
Hey man,
Nobody,
I'm going with my
nobody making
eyes,
the
man.
playoffs if Mall had the
There's a lot of trash teams out there, boys.
He ain't voting on nobody.
Nah.
All right, man. Let's talk about Ryan Garcia.
Mhm.
Now he had a fight this weekend, which he won. I think he knocked dude out with an eighth round.
Yeah, I think it
Mhm.
was 8th round. Yeah, 8th or 7th. Yeah,
He knocked dude out in the eighth round. I don't even know what dude's name is.
Duarte. It was Duarte. I don't know his first name.
Yeah, whatever his name is. Nobody. He knocked him out in the eighth round.
hmm
He's fighting at. He was fighting at the catch weight, wasn't he?
Yeah, it was a catch weight. I think at like 143.
143. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
But before the fight, he had some interesting things to say about Bernard Hopkins and Oscar De La Hoya. Pretty much saying that they, don't really believe in him. Trying to get him to do stuff that he feels like that's not right. trust certain people that he's around his team, his new team, should I say, Derek
Mm-hmm.
James, all them and all that. So it's been kind of rocky since he kind of left Oscar De La Hoya and stopped messing with Oscar and started being with Errol Spence and all them over there with Derek James and all that, and Al Heyman. He's been
Mm-hmm.
dealing more with Al Heyman, and we all know Al Heyman and Oscar don't get along. So what are your thoughts on the whole Ryan Garcia thing?
You kind of saw it coming, man. Ever since after the Tank fight with the whole press conference, where it was just literally Ryan Garcia, and the rest of his team was just not there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Minus a couple guys like Oscar De La Hoya wasn't there, Bernard Hopkins wasn't there. They made these bullshit ass lies to claim that they didn't know, or they got stuck, or they had to leave. Whatever, man. I, I'm not mad at what Ryan Garcia said about Bernard Hopkins and Oscar De La Hoya. I think it was a load of shit that they left him by himself after that Tank fight. You know what I mean? You even saw Tank feeling bad. You know what I mean? Where it's just like, yo, you, we fuck with you too. So Ryan Garcia put on a really great showing. Now it's like, now you're starting to hear all the rumblings about him and Shakur Stevenson. I would love to see that fight. They're talking mess right now. You got Rolly trying to, get in the mix as well too. So I think Ryan Garcia just needs to distance himself from Bernard and Oscar. They don't really have the best interests for him. Hopefully he finds some better representation. It doesn't really look good to me on Oscar and Bernard's part. Like, to get new fighters, like obviously you'll always find certain fighters that'll be desperate enough to be a part of them, but I think it makes them look bad to me, especially just how they've handled this whole Ryan Garcia thing. You know what I mean? I think they should just be the bigger men. They're older gentlemen. I don't think they should be getting petty with a young fighter. It just doesn't look good. You already have a lot of stigmas with promoters and stuff like that. It's not really great stigmas to have, so they're not really doing themselves a service, I would say.
What's your thoughts, Dave?
Well, I think the same. I think he really need to distance himself. I think the warning really came when Carnelo said it, and Carnelo was like, he saw it up front. He had to hurry up and get away from him. But the thing is, it's hard to say certain things about certain people, especially if you're right on the contract, because then it seems like they could really taint it. Like basically, they could really hurt his career more so than just letting him go and saying, okay, well, do your thing and let him go out and find his own. But you're still on contract, so basically they can do whatever they want to with him. But like you said, after the Tank fight, it really showed that they really just were like, all right, well, whatever. You lost. Now, if he would have won like he did this fight, you saw what's name in the ring hugging on him.
De La Hoya.
Yeah, De La Hoya in the ring hugging on him and everything. And I'm like, oh man, because that was the first thing we were trying to see if De La Hoya's gonna come in the ring. He hurried up and got in the ring, gave him a hug, then he walked out. I'm like, come on, man. Like, so I think at this point, man, I mean, it's let him go ahead. Hopefully, he don't have that much left to get through his contract, and let him go ahead and part ways and do what he need to do. Because I mean, I don't feel bad about what he said. I mean, he was being truthful. If that's how he felt, especially man. If you just lost a big fight like that, and I'm not standing right there next with you, then what's the point? What was the point of you even setting up this fight then? So I think I don't feel bad about what he said at all. I think he was just speaking his mind. I think he was just being real.
Yeah, I've never been a Bernard Hopkins or Oscar De La Hoya fan. I was never a fan of Golden Boy Promotions anyway. So this was just around when Canelo left. I knew there was something wrong. So I just think Ryan is finally seeing the forest before the trees. He's finally seeing the light,
Mm-hmm.
and he's speaking his truth. That's why. And now that he's dealing with Al Heyman as an advisor, Al Heyman is probably showing him like, yo, this they treating you like trash over there. You know what I'm saying? And he's got new training. He's under new, he's under everything's new. You know what I'm saying? So he's furthering himself away from Bernard Hopkins and Oscar De La Hoya, and he's trying to take his young career, and directed on the right path. I respect it. Like I said, I have no problems with what he said about Bernard Hopkins. As far as Bernard Hopkins, Oscar De La Hoya, grow up. Just grow up, man. Y'all too old for this shit, man. Especially Oscar. Oscar be the main one. He be all up in the damn on Twitter, just saying shit, just talking, just you too old for that, man.
He be the last one that needs to talk too with all the shit that's on his name. Like, come on, man. like, and it's crazy because it's like, even though Ryan Garcia lost the fight, like he's still one of your best selling fighters that you have on your roster. You know what I mean? Like, just look at past Saturday. He was able to have that in Toyota Center. You know what I mean? Like, he was able to sell that out. So he's still very popular amongst, boxing fans and even the casuals. So to alienate him is just kind of crazy. You're kind of just depleting your roster and killing any kind of momentum you guys have as a promotional company. So,
and I also think Ryan Garcia was smart to call out Rolly. Go ahead, get him out the way.
For sure.
Because Rolly is trash. Let's just call it trash. Rolly is terrible.
He is. I think. So you think he should fight Rolly next, or you think he should fight Shakur?
He called out Rolly. He's gonna get Rolly.
Hey, you kind of
He's gonna get Rolly. He's gonna beat him. That might be a first round knockout.
Yeah. So how'd you think Ryan looked overall?
He looked good. He looked pretty good. You could tell he's been working on some stuff. He's trying to do the little Mayweather shoulder roll thing.
Yeah.
His punches on. He's fighting more on the inside now. So yeah, I see some things that have changed. He's just gonna improve. I think his next fight he'll be even better.
Yeah.
So because this is the first fight of him under new training. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
I think
I was impressed.
He'll get better and better. So we all knew that he has the potential. He has skills. It's like a lot of people think he's just some internet champion or some Instagram.
Yeah, right.
Dude can box. Let's not do that. He can box.
You think he looks comfortable at the weight he's at? You think he'll do better, look better?
Yeah, 140. He's a bigger fighter, so he's kind of tall.
He is. I think it'll help his strength too.
Yeah, he's kind of a taller fighter. So 140 will do good. I think eventually the ultimate goal will get to 147.
Yeah.
I think probably by the end of next year, probably 2025, he'll be at 147 fighting.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? That'll be interesting to see who's still at 147, if a Boots or anybody like that is there. But yeah. He looked impressive, and like I said, he's smart. Go get Rolly, knock him out real quick, get his belt, and then the sky's the limit. You go fight Shakur, you can fight Teofimo, you can fight whoever. You know what I'm saying? So
I think depending on how the Haney Prograis fight goes this weekend, if Haney looks good, I wouldn't be surprised by this time next year, like maybe like around September. And Ryan looks good. I wouldn't be surprised to see that fight. You know what I mean? Both of those guys are kind of moving up at the same pace at this point. So
that's what he called out.
Haney said he gonna get this belt and go to 147.
Wow. He ain't yeah.
I'm out. I ain't fighting T.O. I'm not fighting Shakur Stevens. I ain't fighting none of you chumps.
Yeah, I got it.
And I'm gonna tell y'all right now, all you fighters out there talking trash about Shakur Stevens, y'all better calm down.
That's all I said. Yeah.
I know he looked like trash. I know he didn't have a good showing. Calm that down, because if he whoop your ass,
I want to see all that. I want Shakur to, they need to stand on their words, man.
Because if he whoop y'all ass, we gonna bring it up. All that trash.
They ain't gonna have nothing else to say.
That's a lot of fighters, man. That's a lot of fighters. So
I'm still starting to believe my theory a little bit.
Your theory,
you look like trash on purpose.
I think your theory. I'm very curious to see who Shakur fights next. You know what I mean? I gotta see who he fights next, though.
Yeah, he look trash on purpose, just for you guys to be like, "Oh, I can whoop him." That dude, I knock him out. Then he get in the ring with y'all. Ding, ding, ding.
Right. Yeah, we'll see.
I don't throw punches, huh? I'm throwing them at your ass.
Catch all of them.
Yeah. All right, man. Let's talk about the tush push, the brotherly shove. Should it be banned? Should Roger Goodell ban this move? Now, a lot of people say it should be banned because of it's not a safe move. It's a rugby move, and people could get hurt. You know, the defensive lineman can get hurt, offensive lineman can get hurt, even the quarterback can get hurt. So, and there's been rumblings that the office don't like it because they don't want an eventual team to just do the brotherly shove up and down the field. They say it
Mhm.
makes the product look bad. What are your guys' thoughts? Start
Go
with you,
ahead,
Steve.
Stan. Yeah, go ahead.
I think if you can't stop it, I mean, you can't. I mean, that's the whole point of football. If I can run a play that you can't stop, then you better figure out a way to stop it. I'm sorry. Now, as far as just walking up and down the field doing the whole, now that's just excessive. Now that's just no, that's now we need to talk about banning it. If you just going up and down the field for the whole 12 minutes, brother, shoving all the way down, getting first downs, no. Because you got to think, if you look back even at football, when they first started running the wishbone, everybody hated Nebraska. Because all they did was run the ball, the flex bone and the wishbone down your throat, all the way down the field. So you
Mm-hmm.
got to think about stuff like that. But I wouldn't ban it. I mean, teams need to find a way to stop it. I mean, the most you can do is what? Yeah, I have a theory on how to stop it. I mean, you put your two biggest defensive linemen and you tell them to pick that center up. As soon as he snapped that ball, if you make that center stand up, that quarterback ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
You stand that center up, that quarterback gonna have to go pick a side to go to, and guess what? You got them gaps. They'll stop after that. But I mean, I don't think they should ban it. I don't think they should ban it. I mean, make a defense stop it. But I mean, that's just my thoughts on it. I don't think it's necessary to ban, not just yet, not until it's proven unsafe or something.
What you got, Mal?
I this is a joke. I low key think this is just a whole bunch of owners that are trying to use Goodell to ban a play that they can't that doesn't work for them. You know,
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are looking at the Eagles as they, they hit on every draft pick, they get every free agent. Howie Roseman has been literally the best GM in the league for the past
Mm-hmm.
couple years.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have a play that it just can't be stopped. And for you to sit here and try to say you want to ban it, and they're trying to use excuses like, "Oh, it's for safety purposes." People don't get hurt on that play. You know what I mean? If that's the case, man, we're literally heading towards the potential of just this being flag football. You know, to me, it's the same thing as like the hip drop tackle. I just think it's impossible for you to take away every kind of thing that works. And like the tush push, it just works. And you need to figure out how to stop that. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and bail all these teams out because you guys can't figure out how to stop a 1 yard game. That's a you problem. If that's the case, you need to find players that will be able to push the line back. You need to find different strategies and schemes that could potentially get in the seams. Like Jalen Hurts is a strong running back. Like as you see, it doesn't work for every team. It just works for the Eagles because they got a quarterback that it just works for. It don't work for a lot of other teams, So I just think it's corny in a sense, and it just comes back to them trying to ban this and ban that, and it's like these owners just got to stop using Goodell as like kind of like a scapegoat for this, man, because that's all it seems like to me. Like I think Goodell gives two shits about the goddamn tush push. Why does he care? I'm the commissioner. You know what I mean? I already get paid $50 million. Like I don't have the dog in the race. This sounds like Jerry Jones in his ear. Certain other owners in his ear be like, yo, we don't like this play. We can't figure out how to stop this. We need to ban it. You know what I mean? And they're gonna figure out some dumb excuse for them to ban it. And it's just retarded. It really is. Excuse me, I don't want to use that word, but that's what it really is.
Yeah, I think it's stupid. You can't stop. They can't stop it. Nobody else can do it. So these owners are complaining about it to Roger Goodell, telling him to ban it.
Mm-hmm.
He really don't want to ban it. He don't
care. But what would it look like if Jerry Jones came out and was like, "Oh, like we need to ban this"? Like people are gonna look at him crazy.
But at the end of the day, Roger Goodell works for the owners.
He does. Yeah, he does.
He works for the owners, and with the owners, especially the top owner, Jerry Jones, said something. Because mind you, he has to face that team twice a year. So he's really it's probably him, the main one that's really
100%.
saying something. I don't even think it's other owners. It's Jerry Jones. And we all know Jerry Jones has the biggest voice in that owner little Illuminati. So if he wants something changed, it's gonna get changed.
Plus, if he's paying me $60 million, I'll change it too. You know how I feel. I can care less. I think the Tush Push would stay. But if he tell me like to ban it, you pay me $60 million, I'll ban that shit hella fast. I would have banned it 2 weeks ago. I don't care.
So yeah, I just think this is Jerry Jones trying to take away an advantage from the Eagles. He's looking at the Eagles every year. They draft good. They get free agents over there. You know, people want to play over there. And Howard Roseman, and you know, they're good. They're good at what they do over there. They're one of the better organizations. And you know, Jerry Jones is sick of it.
Yeah,
he's trying to take away every advantage he can from that team, so he can start beating them. So he's gonna figure out to take away their secret weapon, but they still gonna whoop that butt. You know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
So do better, Jerry Jones. All right, fellas. End this on a good one. Media coverage with black and white athletes. Now, this is stemming from, and a lot of people have been talking about this, Josh Giddey, the basketball player he's played for the Thunder.
No, he plays for the Thunder, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, plays for the Thunder. Got caught with an underage woman, claiming that was his girlfriend. She was 15. He was like, 19, 21 at the time, whatever it was his age.
Like 19, 20, yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, he was with an underage girl, you know, from Australia. And Malika Andrews, Stephen A. Smith, any of the media members, they didn't just jump right on this coverage. It took them like 3 or 4 days when people were up in arms. Why ain't you talking about Josh Giddey? Why ain't you talking about Josh Giddey? Then they find it just seemed like they was making excuse at the excuse at the excuse. But as soon as Von Miller gets caught up on some stuff with his baby mama, boom, it was the first thing smoking on the news ticket.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that white athletes get treated differently from black athletes when it comes to the media coverage, when it comes to something negative?
I think as a whole, like in all media coverage, I think, yes, it is a reality. Like we can't sit here and deny it. You know what I mean?
Hello? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
It's not picking up.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me see what's going on.
Yeah. I just.
Hello?
Yeah.
Microphone not even picking up. I can't hear.
Sorry for the technical difficulties, but I'm sure we'll figure it out. But anyways, I just think as a whole, like you kind of can tell that it's a little bit different in the sense of how everything is treated. Like the whole Josh Giddey situation, it took him days, you know what I mean? But then that same week, Von Miller's story came out, and they were on that within minutes, you know what I mean? It was breaking news on Sports Center, you know, they talking about it on NFL Live and all this other type of stuff, First Take, like within minutes. And you just kind of can see, like, they're both allegations. Like, we don't know the true story behind any one of them. But in one sense, you guys took, as you said, 3 to 4 days to finally start putting it on national media coverage when Von Miller's situation was literally just like that. You know what I mean? That's like kind of like, you know, the Brett Favre situation with the whole, like, you know, financial scandal that he had. Like, a lot of people weren't really pressing on that too hard. You know what I mean? Like, it took them a couple of days for them to finally get it. But let the Kevin Porter Jr. story come out. You know what I mean? They were on that within the quickness. And then on top of that, when it's like, you know, when they finally come out saying like all these stories aren't true, you know, the stories get acquitted and you bath-mouthing these players, you guys don't come back out and apologize for it. Like, you know, we made a mistake. The story's done. You know what I mean? Now you got Kevin Porter Jr. out the league. You guys, girl, talking about all them stories about him breaking her neck and all that weren't true. You know what I mean? But you don't see Stephen A. and Malika Andrews coming back out saying like these charges were dismissed. You know what I mean? Saying that the girlfriend of the player, all these stories weren't true when she's literally saying it, whether you want to believe her or not. She's saying these words. You know what I mean? I don't know what happened that night. Chris don't know what happened that night. Only Kevin Porter Jr. and his girl know that night. And she's coming out saying that them stories aren't true. He didn't break my neck or do this and do that. Then they should be able to come out and be like, you know what? These are the new stories of what's happening. But do you see them doing that when it comes to that? You don't. You know what I mean? I know there's been plenty of stories going along. I'm sure, like with the whole the cops and Black Lives Matter movement, we've seen all those stories too. Kind of getting off of sports. So yeah, I think we see it, man. We're not blind to it. We're not oblivious to the different covers that Black people get and white people get. It's just the way it's the way it is, man. You know what I mean? And it sucks, but I'm sure we can get way deeper in this conversation if you guys want to, but that's just kind of the way it is right now. They just need to start doing. All I'm asking me personally is just stay consistent on the board. Just stay consistent. You know what I mean? And then literally if you're gonna start with the stories talking about like these allegations are coming out about this certain player or whatever, then continue the story when the girlfriend comes out saying these aren't true, or if they get acquitted, like come out with these stories. You guys just stop at the old boy beat up his girl and did this and that. But then once the acquittal comes and more the story starts developing, they just literally stop posting about the story. Maybe because it just doesn't sell, maybe because it doesn't bring the clicks, but you can't start a story without finishing it. And you know what I mean? So I think they need to get better at that.
Yeah, I think they all puppets. They all in their words, they're gonna say that's their job or they're trying to save face, whatever. No, that's not cool. If your job is to report the news or anything, you need to report the news. Period. Kind of like you said, don't start and not finish. Go all the way through. Tell us if what the outcome was. If they came back and said this man was innocent, then you need to retract and do that. They used to print whatever you call them, retracts all the time in the newspapers and stuff like that all the time back in the day. So they should be able to do it in as far as the media and stuff, but they don't. And you're right, it is so lopsided now, like you said, depending on your color, they'll jump on it if it's this person, and they quick to portray you as a negative light. But on this other side, they like, well, we wanted to wait and see what the truth was before we. No, you didn't do it for the other guy, so why are you doing it for this guy? So I think, like you said, we've seen it over and over and over and over. I mean, it's history repeating stuff. So, I mean, I think they need to get. I mean, should they be reprimanded for not reporting all the way through or not jumping on the story as quick as they jumped on this one? You know what I'm saying? Like, shouldn't they have some type of, by reporting false news? If you're gonna wait for this guy, you should wait for this other guy before you report it. Because if it comes out that it was false, then what? Yeah. So that's the way I see it.
Yeah, man. Look, I knew. I mean, I've been known, but I remember the whole what's the dude name for UFC?
Dana White.
Dana White, when he slapped his wife in public on video, and Molly and Stephen A. Oh, that's our friend, and we don't know all the stuff. But as soon as a black athlete does something, Molly be right there. Oh, he's egregious. He's stupid. He needs to be locked up.
Yeah.
Same thing with Malika Andrews. Black athlete. Oh, she's front and center. As soon as a white man get caught up, I don't know the whole story. I need to get all the information.
Yeah.
So they always do this, man. It'd be interesting to know if John Morant was a white man with guns, what would they say? Would it even be public?
He was going hunting.
Would they be covering it?
Yeah.
So they always treat the white athlete different from the black athlete when it comes to stuff they do outside. And look, I'm not absolving no black athlete who does something wrong. It's just like Mal said, the consistency, man.
Stay consistent.
it ain't just the black athlete out here messing up. It's the white athlete and Mexican and Asian, whatever color, they out here doing some stuff too.
Yeah. Nah. Yeah. 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 I
You know what I'm
totally
saying?
agree.
They beating on, all communities have domestic violence
Hmm.
stuff and whatever, stuff they did in the club where they beat up some dude for no reason or shot somebody, whatever. So it's just all about consistency. And I don't know, until somebody speaks up, big athletes or whatever, maybe speak up or somebody on their behalf or whatever, it's never gonna change. You know what I'm
Nah.
saying? And we all know who controls the media airwaves. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to that type of stuff, the white people. Let's put it out there.
Nah, yeah, I said, man, like they need to stay consistent with the story. Like if you're gonna start with the story, you need to stay consistent with it and finish it. You know what I mean? Um, that's why it's like for situations, man, you got to kind of watch like a lot of like different podcasters, man. Like you know what I mean, YouTube, like they'll go in depth with every single story and just stay consistent with it, man. You know what I mean, on what goes on in the trial or accusations or whatever. New information comes out, they'll update you with that. You know what I mean? I just think the national media needs to be better at that in the sense of not tell what will sell clicks or get eyes on the TV screen. But like, look, if I'm national television and I start off with the Kevin Porter Jr. story, where it like when you first heard that story, you were like, damn, that sounds egregious. You going out there, they talking about his girlfriend was bloodied up, had a broken vertebrae, all this type of stuff like that. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, that's crazy. Like if he really did that, he need to be under the jail for sure. But as more and more the story starts coming out, the girlfriend comes out talking about, yeah, that's not the whole truth of what happened. Then he gets acquitted and all this type of stuff. Where's all that? You know what I mean? Where's the breaking news with First Take and all that with that? You know what I mean? With Sports Center with that. You know what I mean? So, like, and don't just throw it, you know, we're gonna throw a little 5-10 second like briefing, like, oh yeah, like just let y'all know Kevin Porter Jr. was acquitted. Nah. Go in depth as hard as you went when he's acquitted, when y'all make the accusations. You know what I'm saying? So that's why low key, like I know a lot of people don't like DJ Academics, but I think DJ Academics does a great job when it comes to situations with, especially in the hip hop community, where he literally goes through the whole trial. You know what I mean? He did that with the Tory Lanez. He's currently doing that with the Young Thug shit. And I think he does an amazing job where he gives you all the details, no matter if he has a personal relationship with that person or not. He gonna give you the truth. He gonna give you what's up, and then you make your assumptions. You go based on that. You know what I mean? So I think they need to do better at that. And I get it. Certain shows, they only have so much time, but if you can make a pocket for an initial accusation, you can make a pocket for when the acquittal happens, the guilty verdict, whatever. You can do that too. Stay consistent.
Yep. I'm with that.
Yeah, for sure. All right, fellas, let's do the flowers of the week.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have a flower of the week, Stan. You want to give some flowers of the weeks? Somebody did something.
Brother.
Could be anybody. It had to be sports.
I don't know. Come back to me. Let me think about it.
Okay. All right, go ahead, Mom.
So I got two. I'm gonna start off with number one. I'm gonna go with Ashanti and Nelly, man. You know what I mean? They just announced they're about to have their first kid. You know what I mean? So shout out to them, man. Black love. Don't get back to black love. You know what I'm saying? They were together once. They broke up. Now they found themselves back together. Nelly looked happy as ever. Shantae looked happy as ever. So shout out to her, man, having her first kid. Hopefully it's a healthy pregnancy. Shout out to Nelly, man. Hopefully all that's well. And number two, I'm going to go with Ish, man, from Joe Budden podcast, man. He's been killing it on the gender war topic shit. There's been a trend of him. You know what I mean? They call him the Muffin Man, and there's a whole bunch of clips of him going at it with, the whole gender war shit. Some shout out to him, man. He's been killing it on those topics. So,
for sure. My flowers of the week go to Deion Sanders for getting Sportsman of the Year on Sports Illustrated, man. Hey, man, say what you want about Colorado, man. Deion Sanders has brought light to Colorado, man. Say what you want, and he deserves it, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Deion Sanders, man.
Yeah.
You ain't got nothing. It's all good.
No, I don't think I have nothing. Nothing right now. I have
I'm
nothing.
gonna get my flowers from my boy Stan. His birthday today. He's part of the 40
sir.
Club. Part of the 40 Club now. You know what I'm saying? Welcome.
E4O.
It goes
Happy
downhill.
birthday, man. Happy birthday, my G.
Appreciate it. Good to be able to see it, man. Blessed to be able to see this age, man.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Let's do hell no of the week. I'm gonna start this one. I get a hell no to that referee who kicked out the coach. What's his name? Yuka Dima, whatever his name is. His name? Small. Help me.
Oh, Ime Udoka?
Yeah. We're kicking him out, man. What you kicking him out? Because he said some bad stuff to LeBron James. We're getting too sensitive here now, people. We can't talk trash. Just told the man stop being a little bitch.
That's just as a whole as the league, man. The whole league just needs to. The referees need to get out the game.
He didn't say nothing about his mama, his wife, his kids. He kept it at LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
And the poor little white man got offended and kicked him out.
Yeah.
You get a hell no of the week, referee. Stop trying to be a part of the game. We don't care about you.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know me, man. I can never just have one. So
hold on. See, I'm slipping. See, you know we got to do the sound effects. You gotta clap it up. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? All right, go ahead, Mom.
All right. Well, as I said, man, you know me. I can never just have just one.
No, you be like this, a laundry list among people that just you love and you.
Bro, man, hey, man, I'm gonna call them out, man. I got two. It's not a long list, but I'm gonna go number one. I'm gonna go with Sony, man. They just announced some stuff where they're gonna start pulling content away from people that even in stuff that they purchased. You know what I mean? I think that's whack as hell. I think if you purchase it, you should be able to keep it. I think that's the whole kind of dilemma between digital content, especially, you buying movies, music, and all that stuff and like that. You have people you have these companies just pulling away stuff that you purchased. So I think that's the reason why I still believe there should still be physical copies of things, man, because pieces of art, man, you don't want that stuff to get lost, especially if you purchase it. So that's a hell no. And then my last one goes to the Clark County lawmakers. They're trying to make this dumbass ordinance where pedestrians cannot stop on the bridge, and if they do, it can be $1,000 fine up to 6 months in jail. I think that's kind of whack and corny, man. It's kind of stupid, man. I think it's doing it because of the whole F1 shit. You know what I mean? They didn't want people to watch the race for free, so they're putting it on the board. So it's a whole new ordinance. I hope that shit gets shot down, man. Because
denied.
That's the stupidest thing. So those two things get my hell no for this week.
You got a hell no, Stan?
My hell no go to the whole industry. The reason is all this stuff, accusations coming out about Diddy, and all these random people, famous people like Columbus Short and even Desi Banks.
Columbus Short was wild.
But yeah, the Pharaoh dude wanted Desi Banks to stay away from that dude. Like the fact that the whole industry supposedly knew all of these accusations and nobody ever said anything to now.
Oh, that's the game.
That's a stupid hell no. No, that y'all let everybody.
That's how they do it. Harvey Weinstein didn't get in trouble until he started. You know
what I'm saying? Like, come on, man.
Then, the Uma Thurmans and all them was like, "Oh no, you sexually assaulted me too."
Oh hell no! Like it's I'm like, come on. The whole industry knew all this, and y'all didn't say nothing. Oh, no.
That Columbus Short story was funny.
That was funny as crap, boy.
Because it's 3:00 in the morning. I'm at the hotel. Who's all there? Just me.
Bro, come on, man. Like, that was no.
The way he told that story, man. Columbus Short crazy as hell.
Exactly. That's why I was like, no, the whole industry need to get their stuff together.
Oh, y'all get.
Oh my god. Oh hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass on, boy. You get your goddamn ugly ass.
So, shout out to all you getting the hell all the week.
Hell yeah.
Because you deserve it. You losers. All right, man. It's a great show. But you know what we got to do? We got to give a shout out. Glitch Energy Drink, baby. What's up, Glitch Energy? How y'all doing out there, man? Glitch fan all day. Glitch Energy Drink offers a wide range of delicious flavors to suit everyone's taste preferences, whether you're into fruity flavors like Maui Punch and Cherry Bomb, or prefer something unique like Blue Smurf and Grenades. There's something for everyone. Glitch Energy Drink is not only great for gamers and workout warriors, but also for everyday people who simply need a boost of energy. It's a healthy choice that you can feel good about. You can find some more information and purchase Glitch Energy Drink at glitchenergy.com. Remember to use the promo code Cris And Mal to get 10% off your purchase. Start enjoying the benefits of this delicious and energizing drink. Shout out Glitch Energy.
Shout out to Glitch, man.
Yeah, next week.
Wow.
I'm gonna send this thing to you so you can start saying this, man.
Why?
Man, why?
You sound good, brother.
You probably gonna sound good too when you say it. Make sure say it. No, just playing.
No, I don't mind. If you want to do it, I'll say it.
No, I'm just playing.
Show love to Glitch.
All right, whatever streaming platform that you use, whether it be Spotify, Apple, Google, Amazon, iHeartRadio, Cris And Mal podcast is on there. Go ahead and check out our episodes, the recent and the past ones. If you just want to listen to audio, but if you like looking at us, because I know I look good. I don't know about Mom, but I look good over here. You know what I'm saying? You want to look at us?
Lord have mercy.
Subscribe to the YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? Hit that subscription and notification button. I don't know what to shake your head for, Mom. Hit that subscription and notification button. Hit that like button. So when our episodes drop, you'll be notified. You know what I'm saying?
Your theme song is a Remy Ma conceited song. That's crazy.
I am not. No, it's not.
That's your thing.
It's Mac Dre feeling myself. Let me stop messing with y'all, man.
That's why I got to deal with every time, man. Y'all show me some sympathy out there in the internet, bro.
Whatever social media platform you use, whether it be Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, Twitch, Threads. People don't even use Threads anymore. Regardless, follow us. We will follow you back. We want to hear from y'all. Critiques, feedback, topics, questions y'all want us to bring up on the show, whether it be sports or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Hit us up. Like we say, if shows, surefire bets are not coming in, we will relay the message to show and let him know that his bets are off.
Yeah, we will. We will.
We take joy in that.
Mm-hmm. It's the highlight of the night for sure.
Woo! No, but seriously, follow us, man. We'll follow you back. We want to interact with the people out there. We trying to be the people show. You know what I'm saying? So hit us up, man. All right, y'all. Until next time.